Hello and welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute-a-day podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse, recorded here in the dining room of the Bible Bistro, located in Sharonville, Ohio. Hey there, friend. Welcome back to Daily Dose Radio here in the Bible Bistro. Today in the Bible Bistro, we're going to look at verses 20 and 21 here in Psalm 71. This is the second half of Psalm 71. It's called the Old Man's Prayer, or at least that's what I'm calling it. I don't know if anybody else calls it that in the whole world, but that's what I'm calling it, the Old Man's Prayer. And we saw yesterday the old man praying in 18. He said, "Now also when I'm old and gray-headed, O God, forsake me not," which reminds us of verse 9. You go back and look at verse 9. It's basically the same prayer. The second half of this verse 18 is different. He wants to be able to show off the Lord's strength to the generation that's here. Of course, that's really it's kind of the prayer of old men, is, we want to be able to teach and to help the younger men who are, coming up in the church to understand the ways of the Lord. So it's an important prayer. And today we come to 20 and 21, and he writes, "Thou which hast showed me great and sore troubles shall quicken me again, and shall bring me up again from the depths of the earth. Thou shalt increase my greatness, and comfort me on every side." I love that he's focused here on the Lord. He started focusing on the Lord there in 19, your righteousness. You remember that? We talked about that, how that phrase, thy righteousness, has been a repeating thing since verse 2. We have it here mostly in the second half of the psalm. It's in verse 19, and now we continue with this idea of the greatness of God, and he says, "You which have showed me great and sore troubles." Now, this is an important piece for us to understand, and it's not one that we want to understand, but our sore strokes are sometimes received at his hand, and it's received at the hand of a loving father. What father has a son that he does not discipline? You remember that question that Paul asks, or the Hebrew writer asks that in Hebrews chapter 12. What father is there that doesn't discipline his children? And when David writes, "You've showed me great and sore troubles," sometimes that's just the way it is, because he's trying to grow us, strengthen us, make us stronger. Fathers sometimes do that for their sons especially. They want to give them sore trouble to make them stronger, give them resilience, patience, fortitude, endurance. Those are things that parents want for their children, and sometimes that can only be learned and it can only be developed through sore trouble. And that's what David says here of the Lord. "You've showed me great and sore troubles." It's okay. And it's okay that it's received at his hand, because if it's received at the hand of a loving father who's merciful and kind, then, ladies and gentlemen, it's something that we can receive and be okay with. "You shall quicken me again and bring me up again from the depths of the earth." This is a statement about resurrection, because depths of the earth there is the Hebrew word sheol. So he means the grave. The Lord's going to show us trouble, revive us, and bring us up out of the grave. Just like Job said, I'm going to stand upon this earth and I'm going to see him. I'm going to see my Redeemer. Verse 21, "You shall increase my greatness and comfort me on every side." Now, this is not a message of, a prosperity gospel-ish kind of stuff, that you will increase my greatness. But he means the greatness of his devotion and the greatness of the strength of Christian living. All of that is going to be increased. But how is it increased? It's increased through great and sore troubles. "You shall increase my greatness and comfort me on every side." You see, and this is a total reversal of the trouble. So we go through the trouble to receive the greatness, and once the greatness is received, the thing that it does for us is it helps us to magnify the Lord. It doesn't just celebrate who we are, it celebrates who he is. Well, all right, join me again tomorrow, and we'll finish off Psalm 71 as we look at verses 22 through 24 here on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. For more fresh and delicious Bible studies, podcasts, books, and more, Check out the Bible Bistro online and on YouTube. Join me again next time for Daily Dose Radio.